here. I actually have another guest I'd like to bring on for this segment. He's actually the host of Best of Both Worlds TV over in L.A. It's a good friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a little bit, but I'm glad that he's on the show tonight. J.R. Reyes. J.R., what's going on? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. How you doing, man?
Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm good. Thanks for coming on the show,
Long time no see. By the way, listeners, J.R. is a former World Series of Poker champion, March 2009. He has some bling to prove it. He is also joining us tonight to join in on this MVP discussion. But anyway, JR, what did you want to add to the fold?
Well, personally, I think that a lot of people, one thing I want to clarify is people think that the Eagles actually have a better team than the Patriots do. But if you look at it matchup, well, position by position, as far as wide receiver goes, the Deion Branch versus Deshaun Jackson, that's kind of a tie, wouldn't you think, equal? Then you got Wes Welker and Macklin. It's obviously Welker. Eagles got a better ground game, but then the Patriots changed that up with the short, intermediate, quick throws. And then people say that the Eagles obviously have a better defense, but they both actually lead the league in interceptions. Also, the Patriots never been known for defense. They actually have a bend but don't break system. They don't give up points that much. So basically, Tom Brady doesn't have to worry about running up the score. He can just pick and choose where to go, matriculate the ball down the field. Even though I spelled that, but basically, he doesn't have to force any throws like Vic would have to, because he knows that his defense has the back. They might give it the yards, but they're not give it the points. All right, so basically, as far as stats go, I think that as far as stats, Vic and Brady is actually number one and number two as far as quarterback rating, with Brady number one. Brady has 30 total touchdowns with throwing and passing. Vic has, I think it's 24 or 25, so it's kind of close there. Vic actually averages more yards per game, like 35, I think it is. And also, if you look at it realistically, Vic is really 7-1. He only lost one whole game. The first game of the season, he played half of the game because Cobb was the initial starter. He played against the Redskins, but got injured with the first half. Yep. So, and then he was injured against the Titans. So the last game, it was the Bears. He basically lost one whole game, and he's 7-1. Lost one game. Well, I think Brady lost two. Also, on top of that, I think that the underlying factor, with stats aside, is that the intangibles. A lot of people, basically in basketball, people say who's better, LeBron or Kobe, right? But LeBron actually averages more points, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks than Kobe does. But all the experts and fans, everybody says, it's obviously hands down Kobe, or at least more than half of them say it's Kobe. But why? It's the intangibles. I think that for some reason, I don't know what it is, but people tend to follow Vic. His offense, his defense, everybody plays harder for Vic. I don't know. I mean, obviously they do for Brady, but I think Brady also has that Bill Belichick factor. I really believe that his players in the Patriots organization, they play not only for Tom Brady, but for Bill Belichick just as much, if not more. You know what I mean? So basically, Vic elevates his teammates' play because they want to see him win. They want to play for him. And that type of leadership, he can't teach. So since they're both doing very well as far as stats goes, that extra thing, the underlying factor, intangibles, I think you got to hands down give it to Vic right now.
All right. I'm going to bring back Drew. JR brought some great points to the table. And I guess the one thing I want to settle is we see the stats. Tom Brady has always been a great game facilitator. He's always been a great game manager. But between Michael Vick and Tom Brady, Drew, who do you think has a better who's more likely to lose a game rather than lead his team to win?
Oh, geez, that's a tough question. I'd have to say right now. I'd have to say right now, probably Tom Brady, because he's more one-dimensional than Vic.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I like Brady's game, but like I said, he's not going to run outside the pocket and run for a first down. He's not going to scare the defense into, having to watch out for him. You know what he's going to do? He's going to throw the medium passes, the quick outs, quick slants, and that's what he does great. He just does it better than anybody else. So, yeah, I have to go with Brady, but You know, then again, he is Tom Brady.
JR, with the way that Michael Vick has been using his skills, when he first came into the league, he was often thought as a run first, make a play type of quarterback over game manager. We overuse that term, but it's true. Do you think that he has finally realized his full potential? Donovan McNabb was the same way. People thought that he was a guy that would use his athleticism over his leadership abilities. But now we're seeing a different kind of Michael Vick that is willing to sit in the pocket and willing to extend plays rather than make plays. Do you agree with that?
Definitely, absolutely. Actually, the first sign of that was when he was adjusting to it is actually game one, the season opener, when he had to finish off the game when Kevin Cobb got injured. I don't know if you noticed one of the plays, he was actually running towards the end zone, but saw someone open. If he would have took if he would just go ahead and scramble for the end zone, he would have easily got it. It was like a 5-yard run with nobody near him, but he's trying so hard to be a better quarterback. And so actually in the beginning of the season, he actually missed that throw to kick the field goal. They ended up losing against Green Bay. But definitely, I think he's definitely matured. He's actually throwing 300 yards like almost every game, it seems. His quarterback rating, like I said earlier, he's actually number 2 in the league, right after Brady at 104 averaging per game. He's throwing touchdown interception ratio is great. He's basically just playing perfect football. He's running, he's throwing, he's doing everything he asked for. And to add on to what you were talking about earlier, I think that as far as who would lose the game first, I think that I think it also would be Brady, but also moreover, like I said about the coaches, it will be Bill Belichick. If his scheme is wrong, they're going to lose because I think that in that team, it's a Bill Belichick organization. And on top of that, people will say you can only go as far as your quarterback takes you. I think it's the same thing that goes with coaches. It's a coach-driven league. You can only go as far as your coach takes you, especially in the New England Patriot organization.
All right. Well, JR, I'm going to have to cut you off right there because we're on the other side of a break. But Drew, JR, this has been very compelling. This has been a very compelling discussion we had here. Alan's sitting here just salivating because he's just thinking about Michael Vick and all those skills that he has. But it almost seems that he is well-deserving. I mean, he has had his second chance in this league. He was basically banished by fans, by the general public, and I think what he's done with his opportunity has been just nothing short of a good story. But anyway, we're gonna take a break right now. Once again, I want to thank Drew. He can be found on Twitter at TL Football, and JR. You can find him on Twitter. Follow him. He has good stuff too at JR the Radar, spelled out one word. So I want to thank these gentlemen for coming on tonight, and we'll see you guys after the break with my exclusive interview with Chris Cooley and Redskins at Dallas. Thanks.